But each and every person should understand their action has consequences. For an example, if I'm buying a buck packet and if I'm only eating half of it and if I'm throwing it, that means a person who is I am depriving the privilege of a person who cannot eat by putting those. So individually everyone should understand that I can do something to change the community. When I'm going to eat, I can look around and see whether there are people who doesn't have even one meal. How can I provide that to them? And even if I'm having 2 clothes, how I can give 1 cloth to a person who doesn't have that? If our attitude changes, sir, the society would change. When I change, I can change my family. And if I can change my friends. And through that, we can impact the society. That's the one thing that we could do, sir, to change the society. Sir, as a citizen, I have, if I'm saying that I'm a Sri Lankan citizen, that means I'm saying that I understand the constitution of Sri Lanka, and with my life I would uphold it. But unfortunately, I don't see that is happening in our political system right now, sir. I'm not supporting any political parties, but as a citizen, I understand there's a constitutional corruption which has gone through. And I would say, unless we correct that, unless we say we have to abide by the constitution of whatever we have done, right? Unless we do that, sir, we are unable to take 2 things forward. I can see the prices are coming down, and I can also see MPs have been bought up. Who is paying that money, sir? We are paying through our taxes. Or sometimes the bribery is happening. Whose money? The development of Sri Lanka's money is being utilized to that, sir. I am not blaming any person. It's just that the political system now is being set up to benefit the politicians, not the people, sir. If that thing changes, that would be the biggest political crisis that I would say, sir. Sir, developing has many areas. Let's say infrastructure development, or maybe we could say financial development. Unfortunately, sir, our system is not helping us. Again, I'll quote what I said before. The rich gets richer and poor get poorer. We don't look onto the poor and say whether this investment, this development could help them to develop. If we could look onto that, sir, we would be able to do. But unfortunately, I cannot give a solution at this particular moment. But what I could do is I can do simple things that could ensure the development of Sri Lanka. With whatever I get through my university, with my experience, I would be able to go to any community that I could influence and do an impact on that, sir. Okay, so we can look into 2 things. In our country, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because what we focus, the society focus, the 1% of the community, maybe in Sri Lanka or in the world, they are the people who get the benefit around 80 to 85% in the country itself. And whereas the rest of the 20% has to be the middle class and the lower class people have to share that particular resources. Because of that, there is scarcity in resources which is available for the poor. And because of that, the poor get less facilities which they can get benefit of. That is the main frame that our current society or Sri Lanka is in. And looking on to the next thing, even if NGOs, non-governmental organizations or people who are social activists work in these areas, let's say we give money for them to work on it, they don't have a proper plan and they invest on other activities because their need, if they get, let's say, microcredit program, which is a very big problem in Sri Lanka. If I get 100,000 to use that into my work areas, I'm not utilizing those 100,000 into the work. I'm getting 50% of that to my daily usage. So because of that, when the bank or the financial institution which gave the loan, which is coming to get that, they are unable to repay back. So they have to get loan from another person. So there's no financial plan which we are able to provide for the poor to sustain their life to daily activities. Public, understand that your vote is valuable and sometimes you have to step forward to have your right and to ensure that there is good governance.